Okay, welcome back everyone to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're here with my Greaterplayer run for beginners, and I talked to Ultraviolent, and I just had a bit of a discussion about what kind of I know that this a 15 rune in the making, and it's going to be done pretty early in the run, but I do want to kind of give players a bit more time to breathe. When I looked back and I thought about it, other players will actually try, like people who are trying to actually emulate this, I feel like they won't have enough time to breathe for that 15 rune. And I still want to develop more of those skills. So that's why today I'm going to be doing a Hillock Berserker. Um, I will be doing, don't worry, I'm going to be doing that 15 rune next game. It's completely fine. Like, it's mostly just an order thing. I'm trying to figure out exactly where the order should be. And I think that giving one more game is just fantastic. It just provides me with a lot more of a base to stand on, I suppose. I could go Hillock Monk at the same time, but I just want to pick a Berserker because I feel like it's important to have a Berserker in the first 3 wins because you kind of can figure out that the game is a lot easier than you thought it would be. Obviously, going to go hand axes. Could go anything else. It really doesn't matter. I mean, realistically, I guess I could pick spear. I guess I'll pick spear. I don't really care about my aptitudes. I know that it's 3+3 to axes, but I'm just trying to show off as much as I can. Like, you got to remember that this is not like a particularly this is not just like I'm doing this for fun. I'm trying to actually illustrate things, so I'm just gonna provide myself with a little bit more of a leeway. Oh god. Okay, gonna just fight that. Probably could have berserked there. But yeah, Hillock is pretty straightforward. It's like it's like a better melee version of human, pretty much. A bit more HP, better stats, better aptitudes. Just pretty much, yeah, just a better human in general. Okay, gonna stand right here because I can force the guy into the water, and once you're in the water, the combat's worse. Pretty good. But yeah, I have not been recording enough of this series. I really need to be recording because my holiday's up in like maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. So yeah, I didn't really talk about that either. I'm going to Japan for a couple of weeks. 2, I think. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Regen and poison resistance. Yeah, I'm going to Japan for a trip. I think it's Japan. I'm not actually too sure on the details. I haven't really planned it out that well, but I'm going to Japan. Possibly Malaysia. One of the two. I don't know. I actually don't remember now. Like I had it in my mind, but then I'm like, wait, am I really going there? Doesn't sound like it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna need a huge backlog, so I apologize if you don't see me live for a couple of weeks. You will see a lot more of this Greaterplayer run. Fret not, it will be pretty much exactly the same as normal. The only difference is you might not get a response when you see me, when you ask questions on my channel. And I can't really do much about that. It's gonna be really hard to pretty much sit here and like give great answers like for like every single person who comments on the channel while I'm on holiday. It's pretty rough, I guess. Alright, cool. Excellent ID. Just really helps us out there. Don't really want either of these faith amulets. I think regen is still better, especially because we already have Trog. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, what was I saying? Okay, so I do need a 20 video surplus, which is a lot. I understand. But I was thinking, I guess this comes down to the main thing I wanted to talk about, at least for now. What do you guys want me to do? Oh man, that's a whip of electrocution. Now I'll go axes. I already went whip once, I think. Pretty sure I went mace. Mace and flails already. Even though the whip of electrocution is really good. Very standard strategy for Hillock. At this point, we should already know how to mostly get stuff done with melees. Just pick up the heaviest armor, heaviest weapon of our type. Use god abilities a lot. You know, just general stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, I do want a question as to like what do people want. So I could make a video saying like, oh, comment here, and when I'm back or when I have time, I will scour that place and I'll just answer all the questions at once. Or I could just leave it and then like answer them all very, very slowly. Like it's really up to everyone else. Like it's not a big deal as to which one I do, but you know, all right. So the reason why I don't really like spear as a start is because it just got really low base damage. Just oh god. I mean, it's not bad base damage by any means, but still a little bit lower than I expect. Though then again, I do learn that I hate hand axes, so yeah, maybe that perception is just off now. Alright, so that's a slave 3 ring. I'm gonna put that in my shopping list with my with my $sign. Everything else is pretty much worthless, but it does mean that if we get an acquirement scroll, we will probably acquire gold. Because we can buy another acquirement scroll with it, and we can also get other stuff, which is going to be very useful for us. Ooh, ring mail. Could be good, and it doesn't really matter even if it's bad because we have remove curse. Slay -6. Okay, that's terrible. Okay. So ordinarily that's a decent weapon, but Slay -6 means it's pretty much unusable. Should never really be used. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this chainmail. Doesn't really matter as to how pedantic I am with upgrading my armor. Realistically, like most armors are pretty much equivalent anyway at the beginning stages of the game, so don't fret too much if you're using scale mail over chainmail. Like honestly, like it's one of those things where, like I said, players will will get a little bit too worked up about it. Like they'll focus too much on the specifics and they'll think that that's the reason why they're losing or something. They'll think there's like a super optimal has to do it this way kind of playstyle or like build order, quote unquote. Which is why I hate the idea of build orders, because they just completely go against the idea that the game is quite fluid. With certain exceptions, of course. But anyway, it's pretty straightforward right now. Just kind of doing what I do. Don't worry about decks. Like I said, decks stats. Stats are pretty much a meme. Just don't worry about it. They only work like mildly. I just wouldn't worry too hard. Alright, hand axe freezing. Just making sure it's not distortion. If it was distortion, I would have berserked there probably, or tried to teleport away and then axed it. Okay, this is a really scary fight. I'm gonna go ahead and use my wands to take him out. Probably could have teleported or feared instead. I think if I had dropped any lower, I would have gone for a fear, but not really that necessary. Alright, so we do have Scroll of Magic Mapping, so that's going to let us get the Sewer. So Sewer is a great early game portal. If you get Sewer, chances of you winning, or at least getting to Lair, or past Lair I guess, is like way higher. The loot tends to be the best in Sewer, and it tends to be the easiest, so it's a very, very nice place to go. Like, you rarely will die in Sewer. Alright, gonna stand on the dry ground while I make the enemies fight on wet ground, on water. Water makes you fumble attacks, just very simple, like, balance to your combat, so just whenever you have time, don't fight in water. Pretty straightforward tip, I guess. But yeah, I've got a couple of, like, projects that I have in the works that, I don't know, like, the Minotaur Berserker tutorial, I actually am going to wait on. I know I've promised it since, like, the beginning of this goddamn year, but because of some reasons that I can't disclose just yet, I want to hold on to it just for a bit, because I have a feeling that it'll be better if I wait a little longer. So, you know, don't fret, it'll come, and once it does come, it'll probably be the best on the market, most likely. Like, I'm pretty sure it'll be the best. I don't know. I haven't seen Ultras though, so I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to watch my own Minotaur Berserker tutorial, even now. It's also hard to watch Ultras, just because I already know what he's trying to think about, and I'm like, oh god, Ultra, stop. But yeah, Corridor, Berserk, pretty straightforward fight. If you've watched my Minotaur Berserker tutorial, you'll know that I do recommend Corridor luring wherever possible. Try to make it so that you don't ever fight more than 1 or 2 enemies at the same time. I definitely need a Berserk Inkore. Inkore quite a scary enemy. He can actually torment you, which is kind of scary. Alright, there's an Orc Warrior. Definitely not an enemy I want to fight with a group. Just want to fight him 1v1 with Berserk. Makes the fight a lot easier. I'm gonna pick up this plate armor. It's good armor. Alright, so we've trained all our stuff pretty straightforwardly. Nothing too, like, I guess, crazy just yet. That's good. Gonna check out what this wand is. Disintegration, that's not bad. The reason why I'd buy a wand, even though I have all these other like things in my inventory, on my shopping list, is because it has a chance to like just completely blow it out of the. Oh, excuse me, I got the burst. Just has a chance to blow the game out of the water. If you get like a heal wounds or something, it just completely breaks the game. So, it's nice. I do want to have a. God, I do not have a lot of food. I have a food shop. That's fine. Yeah, like it just has a chance to blow the game out of the water, like just with a haste wand or a heal wounds wand. It's just completely stupid. Alright, so as I said before, I don't want to fight this orc warrior in like a big group, so I'll just do the same thing as I normally do, just lure it into a corner. Pretty straightforward. I think at this point, like, if you guys have watched my videos, you know most stuff about the game. I hope. But if you guys are new, welcome. Make sure you watch the Minotaur Berserker tutorial for now. If you are still stuck, watch Ultra's one. That's slightly more up to date. I don't know if it's better, but it's more up to date at the very least. Alright, this is a good time to just this is a good time to just use the lightning wand to just take out a lot of enemies at once. Early lightning wands are incredibly good at just handling enemies. In fact, all attack wands are, I guess. Alright, we're getting a bit wrecked. I'm gonna go head towards the temple because I'm treating it like an upstairs. Because nothing's gonna spawn in the temple. Temple does not naturally spawn enemies. God Wrath does not work in. Actually, no, I think it does. Pretty sure God Wrath does. Anyway, ignore that. My bad. So I found a spear over here. I assume it's enchanted. It might be cursed, but that's fine. Alright, +3. Gonna also type in polearm just to see. This is a Bardiche in D7. It's not worthwhile for me to consider because I'd have to train too much to get it. It's attack too slow at the current time, and by the time I get to 26 polearms, which is the min delay for Bardiches, I'll have already, gotten a Bardiche from what's his name? Trog Lamau. I missed his name. I'm so bad at this game. Anyway, so this +3 spear is doing a little bit. It's doing decently, but honestly, I think that it's high time we start looking for a replacement. Spears are just pretty bad. I hate spears because of just like how kind of crap they are. I do prefer the trident, but this one's doing alright, actually, now that I think about it. It's doing decently. Should not badmouth it when it's doing so well. +3 is actually quite a big difference between +1 and +3. So you can kind of see, like... Oh, actually, where is this min delay? Oh, it's at 12. Alright, we're going to train past min delay because we know we're going to upgrade the spear to something else. The second Aquara stops gifting us friggin' missiles like a troll. Alright, this is just a terrible spot for us to be in general. Okay, gonna use a corridor lure here. Fairly straightforward. Pull up again. A little bit worse this time. It's gonna have to take a little bit of damage, it's fine. We do have poison resistance, which makes that pull a lot less dangerous. Ordinarily, I would be ever so slightly more cautious. I probably still would pull, but that's only because I know that I'm not gonna die. Because I'm a Berserker. I have faith in my god. A true zealot. A true patriot. But yeah, like, a new player would, or someone who was unfamiliar or a little bit more worried, would definitely go down a different staircase, most likely the unknown one. Here, the disintegration is going to work perfectly. Just stand right here, regen on, just fight them out. Bees, without their poison damage, really have difficulty taking you out because they just don't do enough damage by themselves. It's mostly the poison damage that's really the scary part of them. So once you get rid of the poison damage from the Arpoise, it's fairly straightforward, I guess. Alright, so we've got plenty of good skills now. Might start. There's a trident. Nice. And a nice blast wand. Alright, let's check out what ones we don't need. Okay, so I don't really like slowing. I think we can drop one of these lightning ones because we've already got 2. Random effects can definitely go. Need more ID, honestly. So this gives us base damage of 6, and this gives us a base damage of 9, so this trident's actually slightly better than the spear, even though it's +0. Base damage is more effective than slaying, so just keep that in mind. There's just a bunch of maths behind it, but just understand that that's the case. Why is Trog not gifting me items? Is he trolling me? Hello? Alright, so Lair is on D9. I would ordinarily go in there after I do D10. Just it's a personal thing now. Like even with speedruns, I tend to do that. I don't know why. It's just like I feel like it's a little bit safer. I'm gonna go upstairs, take the nearest upstairs, just to get out of that bad situation. Alright, getting all the way to Lair. Alright, that was a portal mimic. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Treasure troves rarely are an actual impact on the game. I wouldn't try too hard to go for it. Alright, we got a ruined halberd. Perfect. Alright, so this is a great weapon. Mostly because it's got a higher base weapon, so it's going to be heavier and it hit harder. Has +3. Anti-magic is fine. It's not really anything we don't expect at this stage in the game. Trog loves anti-magic, so it'll give you more of that. It's fine. We mostly care about the base weapon being good and it having decently high slaying. But yeah, it also does mean that if we encounter hydras, we have to switch away from this weapon because it's bladed and it will cut hydra heads off. So just be a bit careful of that. Alright. I think at this point, most players that are playing along, and I know you guys have been playing along, I've been paying attention. Well done, guys. I really have been having a lot of great responses to this. Just having a lot of people just be like, oh, dude, I'm following along. It's like really good. I'm getting this win, that win. It's like it's really fun to like. Feels like a community effort, you know. Doesn't feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Though to be fair, I've already talked to myself for about like 400 hours. I think it's fine now. God damn those black mambas! Don't underestimate those. I did for a second, and that screwed me over. Black mambas are capable of just one-shotting, like not one-shotting, but 1v1ing you. So just be aware of that. Like in Lair, there's quite a couple of enemies that are just kind of scary, like black mambas, spiny toads, Komodo dragons, hydras, and torpor snails. Though torpor snails are kind of rare, and death yaks, I guess. But you know, death yaks are always going to be scary, even when you berserk them, because you can find them in the late game. They get summoned as berserk allies of Trog's stuff. Oh god, Christ, that damage is disgusting. Just goes to show how weak this character is compared to like a character with 5 more XLs in him. XL being experience level. Probably should have made that a bit more clear. Alright, so here I'm going to switch to Trident, get a Brother in Arms, Berserk preemptively, and then just attack the empty space before him. Cool thing about, it's glaive, cool. I'm going to pick that up, in case of brand weapon scrolls. But the cool thing about polearms is that you can actually attack 2 spaces, as I've said before, on very different videos. But yeah, it does mean that your Berserk does change slightly in its nature. You can still evoke while you're in Berserk, or you can still evoke your weapon, sorry. So you can actually attack 2 spaces beforehand. So it is kind of smart to Berserk a little earlier than you're used to with the axe. You get 1 free extra attack. Like right here, I can Berserk right now. Oh, well, I should have Berserked 1 turn earlier, but that's fine. I kind of needed him to see me. Alright, this Hat of Magic Resistance is perfect. It's actually really good. I'm going to continue to ID the potions rather than IDing that amulet, because I don't need the amulet at all. Regen is pretty much the best I'm going to get other than a +6 reflection. And even then it's like kind of close, so I would probably just not bother. Alright, going to put my fire resistance on, because as you can see that is a lot of damage. If that's a fire... oh shit, it is a fire dragon. Oh god. Oh please, no, dear god. Okay, well, that's fine. We tried to Brother in Arms like 5 times, it didn't work. God damn it, okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright, well, that guy's just being a prick, so come back. God, he's doing like circuits. I just hit him while he's... Fine, we'll just fly over, whatever. Prick. Alright, cool. Gonna check out these gloves. Gloves of strength, perfect. Very nice. I actually might have to end this video early. I hear a noise outside, which might indicate that it's time to stop recording, but whatever. Oh shit, okay, so this is bad. Gonna go read a fear scroll. Fairly straightforward. Don't fight enemies when you're slowed. Like, just find a way to escape it. Because once you berserk him like that, it's very easy. I don't know. Wonder if, like... No. I shouldn't bring that up. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, structure this a little bit better, but... I don't know, I'm just doing a very poor job of it, I guess. Alright, so there's a lot of enemies here. I accidentally stepped off the staircase. Don't want to do that. But this is fine. So our pull didn't really do much, because it didn't actually cut this herd down, but whatever, we're strong enough to fight them at this point. Probably gonna send some dodging on. Honestly, okay, please stop. That's very rude, Harold. Vampiric shots are whoa. What was I saying? Yeah, there's a lot of banging outside. My bad. Sorry, distracted. What were we talking about? It was something to do with skilling, because I was like looking at it, and it's kind of cool. Alright, well this is fine, I guess. Right now our polearm's at min delay for... okay, fine, we'll get rid of that. That was bothering me, sorry. I guess we'll turn the polearms off, because if we go into Demon Trident for whatever reason, we'd be wasting a lot of XP, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's scroll silence, okay. Gonna go ahead and ID another potion. This is really annoying. Like a really annoying vault. I hate this vault because it's just water. Water sucks. Thankfully, though, with the polearm, it's a little bit better. Oh god. Okay. I know for a fact there's like a billion enemies here, so I just gotta kind of like take it very slowly because having 4 of those guys on me at the same time is gonna probably kill me. I mean, as you can see here, even one of them is giving me like kind of some trouble. Yeah, there we go. Crap. Okay, let's fly up. Turn the regen on. Alright, that was a lot better. It's like, some of these fights do look really easy, but the reason why they look easy is because I make them look easy. Like, don't be fooled. When you see... oh god. Yeah. The better a player, the less danger he'll ever be in. And the easier it'll look. So, you know, don't try to, like, apply the same knowledge to your own, like, games. Try always to err on the side of, like, over caution, I guess. If you're gonna screw up, do it because you were too cautious. Don't do it because you were not cautious enough. I guess it's a better learning mindset. So here I'm gonna go ahead and just dig my way into a wall so that enemies can't attack me as easily. Great. What time is it? Oh man. Okay. Probably need to stop recording in a little bit anyway. I have to go home. Or I have to go do some stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna be returning all the way back to that original point. God damn it. I'm gonna be going away, so some of you guys should know that, some of you won't. That's fine, either way. But yeah, that does have a couple of implications for the channel, that mostly regarding to comments. It'll be really hard for me to comment on stuff. I could actually go and ask like Ultra or Z to like take over a little bit, just like responding to comments, but I don't know. It's just like, it's really hard to communicate with a whole bunch of people that don't watch all the videos in live time, because like I can't tell people to like, oh, do this, because no one's gonna, like, only half of the people are actually gonna hear it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these videos do take a while to mature, and I do see a lot of people like commenting on really old videos just because they don't realize that like that video is like 2 months old. But that's fine. Like, that's good actually. It's the nature of the game. Gotta have to berserk here. Snog is a scary guy. Probably should not have berserked actually. Probably could have brother in arms, but it works out okay. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, what are we doing? We're just killing everything, I guess. Alright, don't want to berserk here because I'd be stuck with the trident. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Trident is decent at killing stuff anyway. Besides, we're berserk. We're gonna just kill everything. like I said, don't do this at home. Don't do it if you're not confident. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm goddamn confident. Overly confident. But I guess it comes with time. I've played a lot of Berserkers, played a lot of Minotaurs, played a lot of this game. Over time, you get used to it. Figuring out how this thing works. Alright, so we're on Lair 6 now, so Lair 6 can be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I need to Berserk that. Okay, so you can't actually fight that with it unless you're Berserk. Or I can't. +2 Trident of Venom, that's great. It's actually probably... nah. We'll just stay with this. Magical power, we don't want that. Probably do want to have the protection from cold on rather than magic at this point. And immediately as we say that. Oh, well, I guess this Dream Dust isn't actually magic resistible, so it doesn't matter. Let's see what this is. Ring of Wizardry, god. Ooh, another cloak. Nice. Alright, I'm getting a little bit wrecked here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon a Brother-in-Arms. Alright, I'm getting double wrecked here, so I'm going to go ahead and Fear Scroll. Just to kind of split the pack a little bit more. Another Brother-in-Arms hit. This is a little bit scary. Okay, pull back all the way to over here. Eat my food, rest up. Alright. Fight has been reset. Good. If you're a new player, I guess you could, like, instead of, like, just continuing to play, just take a break if you're almost dead and you make it out of the skin of your teeth. I mean, like, because I guess your emotional state is quite important when it comes to winning this game. I wouldn't know, but I don't have emotions. I have anger and I have sarcasm. That's not even an emotion, but it's the only two states of mind that I have, so, either I'm turning on the bants or I'm just angry as shit. So, like, naturally this advice does not apply to people like me, but if you are a normal human being with functioning emotion and empathy and all these other things that I've heard about, oh god, why would you, scumbag, you would probably just, while you're starting off, just take a break when you are about to die, or you have died. It does help save some runs. I've never personally found it useful, but, it's kind of like, I don't know, you just do it, and sometimes it helps. If it doesn't help, who cares? Like, it's not like you're racing me to play the game. Alright, let's go ahead down here. Dire Elephant and Catopopus. Gonna pull all the way back. Hoping that the Catopopus doesn't follow and the Dire Elephant does, just because Dire Elephant is kind of tough, but having to fight it with a Catopopus is also gonna be really sad. Berserk here. Alright, if it shot Clouds of Dust, I would probably still have to try to avoid it. Alright, Larger Tang. Larger Tang. Okay, we're going Larger Tang. Okay. If that's what you want, game, you're gonna get it. Alright, thank you. Appreciate it. So, if you don't know why I'm going Larger Tang of Speed, it's because Larger Tangs are pretty broken if you get a Speed or a Vamp, and god damn, this weapon is disgusting. It's actually a disgusting weapon, like. And we don't have to train too hard for it because we've already kind of got some pole arms training, which will cross train, which gives us a little bit of a boost in our skills. We can get more pole arms because we have pole arms training there. Yeah, so we get staves. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and train 4 staves now. I guess that's fine. So today is the first time that Andrew, the new player, is gonna be learning how to adapt to the situation. Got some good loot. Now, like I said, if I was a new player, I would probably not even do this, just because it's better to discipline yourself to, like, actually, how do I explain this? It's better to, like, discipline yourself early on because you don't want to get distracted because, yes, maybe this was the right choice, but in another situation where it wasn't quite a good weapon, like a large tank protection, someone else would take this message and be like, oh, I need to switch because it's a larger tank. That's not the case. Like, this is only this case. So if you're a new player, just please, just don't do stuff like this. Don't switch weapons because it's not going to help. It's going to get you killed. It's not going to get me killed. You know what I mean? Like, I know exactly how good this weapon is. That's why I know I can switch to it. I know what the situation is in this specific scenario. It's a good idea for me because I know what I'm doing. But for a new player, it's much, much safer for you to just say, no, I have a great weapon already. I have an anti-magic halberd. It's +3. It's good. I'll get better weapons from Trog. It's fine. I don't need to go further, right? But, you know, larger tanks of speed come in only once every like 50, 60 games for me. I just want to have a go, you know. I'm doing this for me, guys. So, you know, just pretend I started with staves, even though it's impossible. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.